Hello and welcome back to the channel, everybody. My name is Dark Sage Walker. The birds are in the background doing their thing. And I should be doing another one of my personal favorites, but I don't exactly have a ton of builds for that. That's a lie. I do have one more build I can do, but see, I had planned for that to be 5 builds. I've done 4. And then life kind of got in the way a little bit, and now here I am again, and yeah. So I think what we're going to do today is we're going to do a more chill run, because I wanted to talk about something that I just found out about. And how I only just now found out about it, I'll never truly understand, because honestly, this seems like something I should have known about a while ago. And we will get into that as soon as I have myself something I feel I can use. Like I said, I'm taking it kind of chill, so we are probably going to be using some slightly stronger things. See, do I want to do that? I think I would rather do something else. Like, here we go. I don't use this one nearly as often as I should. So I'm just putting together, here we go. Storm and Stone, that's what I'll call this one. Why? Because I'm not very creative. Now we'll go ahead and give ourselves the Jade's Jeweled Tiara. The Jade. Not just Jade, it's the Jade. So we will grab our floor plan, get our jewels. And of course we are going to start at Atlas, because I kind of don't want him showing up late in the run and ruining my progress. There's always the idea that Freya could do that, but it won't be. It'll be the twins, and everything will be fine. So what is this thing that I only just now heard about that I feel I should have known about before? I was just shown that there is an announcement trailer for Wizard of Legend 2. Now, how is it that I was only just now learning about that just the other day, when that is something that I really should have been aware of before? I mean, your guess is as good as mine. It's weird. It has an announcement trailer. It's being made using more 3D polygonal graphics. How this managed to escape my notice, I'll never know. So I will go over some of the things that I noticed about that trailer. Hello. Well, I mean, it is more wind, so... Okay, yeah. So, some of the things that I noticed were... I guess the first big thing that really caught my attention is that it is not being developed by C99. It's being developed by Dead Mage. And for those of you who don't know, some of the things that they've released are like... Well, the big thing that they've released in the past is Children of Morta. And they did a really good job on Children of Morta. So that gives me some hope. Some of the other things that Dead Mage has released have not been as notable. So Children of Morta is kind of their big claim to fame. That was, of course, developed by Dead Mage Studios and published by 11... I think it was just Dead Mage, not Dead Mage Studio, and it was published by 11-Bit. 11-Bit Studios, I do believe, so... Hold on, I'm gonna put this over here. So there's that to look forward to. It still looks like it's an action roguelite, although it looks to be a little bit more, maybe just a little bit more narratively focused, and that is one thing that I was thinking of when I played this, like during my whole time of playing this game, not when I played it, I'm still playing it now. Yes, I fought that whole battle with my map up, what about it? Looking good. So, the trailer does show off some footage of some very familiar spells. The ones that really caught my attention were, I saw footage of Spark Array. We all know how I feel about that spell, so seeing it in a more 3D light looks more interesting. I guess I'd say 3D form. So some of my thoughts on it are, graphically, it doesn't look like it's the most intensive thing in the world. You're still playing from more or less a top-down perspective. So that's fine. I didn't expect that to change. There we go. Oh, hey, a matchstick. I can sell that to Cremire for some premium currency. That's right, we're playing. We're now involved in modern gaming. I don't really want any of that, to be honest. Well, I might go for the greased boots just because it does. Because it does lower the cooldown of my dash. Sweet, I'm not making any dumb mistakes at all, no siree. Alright, and with these purchases, we have now fully locked ourselves into Storm of Stone. Or whatever it was I said earlier, clearly it wasn't that important. Which means the shoe fight is going to be a bit of a pain in the ass, but I think we'll be able to manage. The environments in the Wizard of Legend 2 trailer look a good deal different. Like, it doesn't look like a lot of the gameplay is centered around like hallways and just random chasms anymore. But I mean, I'm pretty sure the game is still in. I'm gonna say it's probably in mid to late development at this point. So it is interesting to. It is interesting to see that it looks like there have been some interesting gameplay changes. Some of the things that do concern me about it, though, and, I don't want you to take this as I'm shitting on the idea of Wizard of Legend 2. I mean, obviously I'm gonna play it. I'm probably going to record a crap load of content for it too, especially if it gets updated as regularly as this game did, which, to be fair, it took them a while to get to that first update. Alright. Because that was an easy enough fight, but moving on now. So, the issues that I have is, one, graphically the game still looks like it could use a little bit of work. Like, I'm not suggesting that they take it and try to up the budget by, like, you know, a couple of $100 billion so that we can see, like, every pore on the skin of every character's face. Like, that's clearly going too far. That's not even what I would recommend. But just, I'm hoping that what we end up getting has a little bit more polish given to it, because it does look just a little rough around the edges graphically. The other thing that I notice is that in comparison to this game, the game speed is a little on the slow side, at least from how things are looking in the trailer. Now, to be fair, maybe that's nothing I need to worry about. Maybe the new game speed will feel just right. I only bring it up because I know that's one of those things that can make or break a good action roguelike game, or action game in general, is if the game feels like it plays way too slow. And to be fair, that is something that I need to be thinking about. Cecil just dive-bombed my head. What are you doing, buddy? Oh, that came out of nowhere. I apologize. Not that I have, like, the greatest amount of control over my sneezes, I'm just saying. That came out of nowhere. It's probably one hell of a surprise to y'all, so sorry about that. But that really is my biggest concern for the game, is that it looks like it's got a much slower game speed, but if there's a more interesting narrative, or, you know, if there's a narrative at all, and the game plays properly, like, say the game does end up running at a slower game speed than this one, and I don't mean frames per second, I mean the game feel. Ugh. Sorry, my eyes were having a few problems there. Now, if it is a slower game speed, but it feels right, like the design of the game was made around that design choice, then we won't have anything to worry about. Like I said, a lot of that could be taken care of with a little bit of polish. But on the whole, I remain very optimistic for Wizard of Legend 2. Knowing that it's happening at all makes me a happy boy. Like, if you guys haven't seen the trailer... Okay, you need to go. Oh, did I forget to sell the matchstick? Aw, oh, man. Well, I feel silly now. I kind of want to stick with my theme, so I think what I will do, though, is I will... Well, no, because then what if he takes Mentis Imperium? I have enough gold, though, that I can do this. Well, let's Nocturne have his pick. So maybe he wouldn't have taken Mentis Imperium. Oh well, let's see what we end up getting as our choices. I do like me some Vortex Veil. Yeah, I'll stick with it. What the hell? So, I'm hoping that the overall structure of the game isn't changed too badly. Like, I'm very much hoping that having a more narrative focus gives the game a sense of stakes that this one was admittedly kind of lacking. And that's not to say that the game wasn't fun, but let's be fair, this is not a narrative-focused game by any stretch of the imagination, and that's one of the things that I had been saying about it for a while, is that I would really like it if there was more of a narrative focus. So that assuages something that I had been saying about the game, about Wizard of Legend for a while, is that as much as I like this game, it would be nice if there were some stakes to your journey other than just trying to get back home, which... You know, why would you want to go home after becoming a successful wizard? I don't know, maybe that's just... Alright, I'm gonna wait to pick up the Anchor, because if I can get the Sanguine attire, I would rather do that. I just realized that my balance of stone to wind is off. Alright, I will see if I can correct that the next time I get to Iris's shop. Hey, lo and behold, we can. There we go. I think that's the right choice. Oops. Now, I do wonder if the elemental bosses are going to be different. Like, oh, I can get the Sanguine attire. Right on. Hello, Vampire Hunter D. Could you go away now? And because I have to. So I do wonder if the if the members of the Magic Council here are going to play a role in the next one. Like, maybe the two stories are a bit linked, and there's a reason why they were looking for a Wizard of Legend, aside from just for essentially a grand sporting event. And that was an idea that I had brought up a while ago, is that maybe they're looking for this Wizard of Legend because there's some sort of danger brewing on the horizon that they need to deal with. I mean, it's just a thought, but it looks like that might be coming to pass in Wizard of Legend 2. So, super excited about that. I really want to see what they come up with, because Dead made a beautiful story-driven game with Children of Morta. I was very pleased with that game, and really excited to see what we get now that Humble Games has decided to give them reins of Wizard of Legend, which begs the question, was Wizard of Legend Contingent 99's idea? Or was that Humble Games IP from the beginning? So I guess if we're looking for something specifically developed by Contingent 99, you gotta look elsewhere. But regardless, I'm not worried about who develops it so long as they develop a good game. And Lord knows we've had our share of bad games this year. And don't get me wrong, we've had some really good games this year too. You know, Capcom's effort with Street Fighter 6 looks like it's going to pay off very nicely. We've already had Zelda Tears of the Kingdom blow our socks off. So it's not like there hasn't been anything good coming out this year. It's just, so far, the bad has kind of... Hello, Double Fairy. The bad has definitely said quite a lot for itself. With games like Forspoken, Redfall, the new Lord of the Rings game, which looks like an absolute pathetic mess. There's obviously the cancellation of Overwatch 2's planned PvE mode has more than a few people up in arms, and rightfully so, because Activision Blizzard is actively trying to be the worst, most greedy thing they can possibly be. It's weird. It's like they're in a constant greed off with Electronic Arts as to who can be the absolute worst. And lately, Square Enix has been a part of that party too. Alright, so what I'm gonna do is we're gonna grab Surge Anchor, we're gonna give that to the doctor. Ooh, nice. Alright, now give me this back. I do not need more money. So we're just going to leave that alone. like I'm hoping that the game has at the very least a 2023 release date. Talking about Wizard of Legend 2, of course. I like Frostblade, but I'm going to leave that behind as it doesn't fit my Storm and Stone theme. I don't think so. Oh, hello. There are multiple things here I like, but I think the thing that mostly has my attention right now is the Wanderer's Mechanism. Then I'll probably come back for Assassin's Blade after I have enough money. And at that point I can get rid of the Giant's Heart. Because, let's be fair, we don't need tons of health when we're constantly regenerating. And I just have so many questions. Will it still have the 6-element structure of the original? That, of course, being fire, water, air, earth, and then lightning and chaos. Will they add something new to the mix? Will they take something away? I couldn't tell you right now. I'm just so blown away that it's actually happening. Now, I have to wonder, was Wizard of Legend 2 something that was shown off in Sony's recent press conference, and that's why I hadn't heard of it? Because I don't really follow PlayStation news all that closely. Now, that is kind of a my bad scenario, because by all rights, that is still just gaming news in general, and I should probably be paying at least some attention to it. Alright, so we can finally upgrade this. Hey, come here. Where do you think you're going? Sweet, I love dead ends. Alright, and I think that's all I really care to purchase, so we're good to move forward. Destructive Abacus, I'm good. I'm very curious as to which spells are going to be returning, which ones are going to be retooled. Are they going to add in some more interesting buffs? Are there going to be such a thing as just like basic character upgrades instead of just robes that you can keep between runs? Like, these are all important questions. Like, we have to know the answers to these, right? We gotta know. Are you still alive? There we go. Ow. Yeah, that is my own fault for playing stupidly. Give me that. Do you think Sura is going to be a villain? Is he going to be part of the protagonist team? Like, I'm hoping that what it is that the Magic Council is looking for a Wizard of Legend because there was something brewing on the horizon. You know, kind of kind of like Final Fantasy style. And that's why they were looking for someone to take up the mantle of Wizard of Legend. Kind of like the same reason... Kind of like the same reason why they needed to find the Avatar in The Last Airbender. No, I don't think it's going to be like one elemental nation, of course. So long as we're making Last Avatar, you know, making noises to that front, but just an entire like world of just jerks, for lack of a better word. That's what I'm hoping for. I'm hoping it's just a I'm hoping we get the narrative that we deserve in such a magical world. Like, maybe this will give us an idea of what exists outside of Lenova. Maybe that's why everyone is so crazy about the Wizard of Legend, because, oh, that's going to be our savior. I don't know, just thoughts. I'm spitballing here, but, you know, hey, if you guys want to get in on this, drop any thoughts, ideas, and opinions you have in the comments below. I will link in the description the trailer for Wizard of Legend 2, so you guys can have a look at it for yourself. I'm, of course, super pumped to see what comes of this, and I'm really hoping that this turns out to be an action roguelite for the ages. So thank you guys very much for watching. I hope you're as curious as I am about the sequel. Hopefully it doesn't get canceled mid-development. And I look forward to seeing what comes next. So thank you very much for spending some of your free time with me. I hope you have a fantastic day or night wherever you may happen to be, and I will catch you in the next one. My name is Dark Sage Walker, and I will be seeing you.